are at the college and graduate school table, so we're here to field any types of questions people have about the next steps, what college is going to be like or what graduate school is going to be like. I teach at Springfield College. Ashley is a PhD student at Harvard. And so we're bringing two different types of experiences to hopefully be able to answer the types of questions the students have, most of which have been about what do you need to do in college in order to get into graduate school. And I think that's been kind of the theme of most of what we've been hearing.
So I'm a St. Marker. I graduated from St. Mark's in 2004, and I have to say that this is such a wonderful event. I wish when I was a student that they really had this, because I did not really even begin to think about a career until I was in college myself, and I didn't even know where to start. So I think it's fantastic and terrific that students are being exposed to all these different options, which I think as a third and fourth former, it's very difficult to even just wrap your head around what is a career, what should I be thinking about, and it's just this exposure to various options that is really helpful. And I think our table today, a lot of students have come to us. I've had some students who haven't even really know what graduate school is, so I've tried to explain to them what undergraduate school is at a college, how you, for 4 years, you earn a bachelor's degree, and then graduate school, how it's more of a professional degree, and it can last anywhere from 2 to 4 years. We've had students ask a lot of questions, I think, about sort of preparation and what do you need to do in college in order to get into graduate school. And a lot of students too who just have no idea if they want to do graduate school or even whatever career. And I think we've been emphasizing to really try to explore different options in college, that it's a chance to really try new things, and that you don't have to know what you want to do, and that a career isn't a linear path. It's really a very, I'd say, circuitous and complicated path that is really a learning process throughout, and there's no right or wrong answer.
I'm really interested in grad school. I definitely want to learn more before I go into a job, and I'm thinking of something in the medical region, so maybe doctor, veterinarian, neurosurgeon. I'm not sure yet, but this table has definitely really helped and broadens my options. I was kind of very narrow going into college, but now there's a whole new world of things I have to think about. But
our objective here is really to educate students about what LinkedIn is and how it makes sense for them to get started now. Internships for colleges, universities, to put this in place so they start making those connections, and then when they're looking for careers, ultimately, the account evolves with them. So we've had a lot of interested students, and we've given them a link to the student perspective, and it has checklists and things like that, so that they're using it properly. Being a 14 or a 15-year-old is very different than how you're going to use it, if you're early career or mid-career. So, we're hoping that they get that information and see how it just goes with them, through all of their career.
So I was really just hoping, especially from the LinkedIn table, just to really understand what it is, because I've heard about it before. Like, I remember last year's career day, someone came to talk about us, and they had LinkedIn as a thing, and I wasn't quite sure how it worked and how it would be applicable to someone who already has a job. So I think it's just really interesting, as I just heard, that you don't have to be unemployed and looking for a job at the moment to have a LinkedIn, but you can actually help other people connect with jobs maybe that you have had or currently are in, and help them in that way. And maybe in the future, if you choose to change professions, that you're able to do that all through that community, which I think is just really interesting.
One of the purposes of having this station here was to make students aware that we have endowment funds that provide monies for them to really do independent initiatives, whether it's specialized education, additional coursework, areas of curiosity that they want to explore. We've had students in the past who have wanted to travel to places. We had one student wanted to go to South Africa and work in a wildlife park, and she planned the whole trip herself, and the committee funded her to fly to South Africa at 16 years old by herself and spend 3 years in a park. So that was amazing. And another student wanted to go to Oxford and work in an intensive writing course for 2 weeks, and the these monies were available for her to go. She wouldn't have had that opportunity if it wasn't for the funds. So we like to have a chance to give the kids to think big, think beyond, what their means might be, and to really broaden their educational experience that way.
So my idea was stemmed from the school trip of going to Morocco, which was in line with the JCI class that we have here, which is Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. I'm in that class this semester, and either finding another country that is kind of a hub of religious studies, and because that's something that I'm interested in like the tension that religion causes in countries between the government and the religious leaders.
So today is the Korea Day, and this is my first time here to participate in this kind of activity, and I took part in 3 panels, and that was like all very informative, and I think that's really helpful for my future career, and I'm really grateful to my school for giving me this opportunity, and I really love it.
I have to say Career Day is going pretty great. Like, I've learned a lot. Like, the biggest thing that I think the speakers have taught us is that you have to start like young. Like, if you know what you want, or like even if you don't know what you want, just get on something and go with it until like you realize like maybe I don't want to do this, but if you do, you're kind of like, I can do this. Like, I've already started. I'm at a place where I can keep going with it. And I think that's something that I learned from Career Day and whatnot.
Right now, I'm looking at information about being a veterinarian because that's what I'm really interested in. Since I like working outdoors and I love animals, and science is one of my favorite subjects. So I'm just like seeing what they earn and what are like preparations like as in schoolwork. It takes like 8 years to study to be a veterinarian.
I find this website very interesting because it also provides very detailed data about the jobs. Like, it's providing very insightful information about this job. Not only what is it like about, like for her, a vet. It not only offers us with information of what a vet does, like care about animals, but also some very realistic sides of it. Like, how much salary do you need to earn, and how much education you need to actually accomplish the goals of this job. Yeah, so it's a very useful website.
It's masscis.intocareers.org. It's on, right here.
State of Massachusetts.
Yeah, it's state of Massachusetts.
And I came here to do a workshop on just beginning to try to identify who you are, to try to find which career path might make sense for you. Because, as we all know, a lot of people sometimes think they should do something or go into something, but maybe not without fully understanding what their own interests and strengths and skills are, and also what they definitely don't want to do. Also important. So this website is, I've gotten some of the printouts that we worked on today from the website, but the website is just a wealth of information for people of any age who are trying to figure out the match between their own identity and the careers that are possible for them.
One of my career panels was law, and usually when you think of law, you think of lawyer for a criminal lawyer, but I realized there's a broad spectrum of different kinds of lawyers. Like today, we met real estate lawyers, manufacturing lawyers, criminal lawyers, so it gave me perspective as to how many different types of one career path you can actually take.